No, the place is messed up. Like a slightly better version of Arcadia Bay after the storm. Oh, the tree bloomed. Miso! Oh, Jackie, we gotta meet Jackie. Hey Max, Loretta says she just got to the North Quad, and thanks again for doing this. Well, Loretta's picking it up for her. We don't want to make a new model for Jackie. Whoa. Hey Max, it's Mom and Dad. We saw the news about the storm out your way and want to make sure you're okay. We know things are probably pretty insane there right now, so no rush on getting back to us. We are just checking in. It's been a day and we're obviously worried because we're your parents, but let us know you're alright and we'll stop. Guess who? Yeah, it's the Caulfields. We miss our daughter and want to know she's not hurt or anything. We've been keeping tabs on reports of any casualties and are relieved there haven't been any so far, but we'd love to hear from you. Okay, sorry for all of the texts and concern. We figure that things are still down in your area and you don't have phone access right now. That's the only explanation we can think of. So, just give us a call or send us a text when you have power again, yeah? I'm so sorry, you guys. It's been a long, weird week, but I'm okay. Promise I'll call you later when things are settled. Oh, thank God you're alright. Take all the time you need, but not too much time, yeah? Love you, Max. Love you back. My parents. We are in the alive world. We're in the alive world. I mean, the whole timeline issue is still an issue, isn't it? Safi's dead in one timeline. We don't know what the extent of this world. It seems to be the living world because of the background of the phone.
She knows me better than anyone. Knew me better than anyone. The me now, though, after all this, maybe it's time I found out who that Max is.
Yo, Max, I get it if I'm the last person you wanted to hear from. Saw on the news about the storm and hope you're alright. Yeah, like, sometimes it sounds amicable, our breakup, but then sometimes it doesn't. It's complicated, but this is the whole power stuff. I feel like it's like a different order of magnitude of issue that maybe despite any bad blood, you would get over it and talk anyway. We need to figure out what's going on. What, is this it though? Is this it? Loretta, hey Clueheads! As many of you know, Lakeport was hit by a brutal storm last week. I'm physically okay, but it may take me a while to put out a new episode, I'm sorry. Real Clueheads don't care when the next episode comes out, we just care that you're okay. You never have to apologize for taking time to yourself. I really needed to hear that, thanks Dr. Hunter. I'm laughing because this seems like... this reads like my own social media feed. Abraxas. As many of you are aware, because many of you submitted them, we've been inundated with questions about Abraxas and the storm. Since its inception, the Abraxas Society has navigated more difficult waters than these and come out ahead. We have done so through the bold and clear-headed vision of our leadership, and rest assured, that is as true now as ever. That's what I'm talking about. There's a reason Abraxas is the best group on campus, and it's not even close. It's probably because it's the only group on campus. Again, there are questions about what leadership looks like. We promise to have answers for you as soon as we have them. Does this mean I'm still in Abraxas, or... You didn't even solve the box? Answers on all things will be forthcoming. Gwen. I'm not an official voice at Caledon anymore, but please take care of each other. The storm last week was traumatic for everyone. Caledon's cursed, graduate while you can. Shit's fucked, but life is good. Answer my texts, punk. See you at the Snapping Turtle in a couple. I wish you'd come home for Christmas, we'd all love to see you. Maybe when Dad apologizes to me and Vin. I'm calling you, I'm not picking up. This is the alive world, but do people still remember what happened? Like Max said, we don't have the power to erase history. Has anyone else experienced weird deja vu since the storm? It's worse than deja vu, it's like everything's a little off around me. Anyone getting headaches? Shit, you too? You're all dumb cause weird stuff happened, that's normal. Shut the fuck up, Drew, and get off the internet. No one wants you here. PSA, stop sending me storm articles. I only want to talk about simple shit right now like sandwiches. Rye or wheat? Wheat. Still failing even after classes are done, I see. Sorry I'm a dick, I got carried away. I won't send any more. You read any? No. Cool. Kyle and Connor, were they the cryptid kids?
Classic Yasmin. Playing it close to the chest.
My excellent medical team says I'll be clear to start work again in just a week. Ever onward. She's not saying what happened. Because her daughter shot her, she's covering for it. And then Safi is just not going to be working at the university anymore. There's no other force in my world like Safi. But we're not gods. Didn't she see what happened? What our powers can do? She could have killed Yasmin. After everything happened, I felt so numb. I couldn't tell if I was awake or dreaming. Time traveling is like that. It's real, up until the point no one else but you can remember it. I doubted my choices. I had my regrets. I wasn't sure which words were mine or hers. It was like we were still in each other's head. You felt the same way once. I wanted to know you like I knew myself. I felt proud when I could say the words you were thinking out loud. I thought we were linked, but I couldn't predict what she'd do. And now Safi's gone. Who knows if she'll ever come back. We just let her go and she's gonna go off with her powers? Still being this volatile? That's scary. This is scary. Oh, I wish we got to see Loretta more. I actually quite liked her. I love to hate her.
I'm glad Jackie texted me a reminder this morning. With everything that happened, I'd completely forgotten about the hostage exchange.
Hey, Miso was a guest, not a hostage.
You know that's not their name, right?
Let me live in delusion a little longer.
Hey, don't let them go.
I know their tricks.
Why are you letting him out?
Aren't we? Ellerton House will be gloomier without you. I wish you well on all your cat endeavors. Thanks for doing this.
Just giving him a little air.
I'm glad I posted those photos online. I hope Jackie will forgive me for keeping her cat for a few days.
Knowing her, her next piece will be an ode to Max Caulfield. This cat is her whole life. I'm seeing her this afternoon for coffee. My first time spending time with someone since...
Wait, what day is it today?
Bye, Miso.
I can still visit you from time to time, right? What date is it today? Let me just check. 13th. 13th. Right, so all that happened. It's been a few days already. It was the 8th. Krampus was the 8th. Been almost a week. That's why people are a little bit more chilled out. The new telescope I ordered. Thanks, Max. See you at the Turtle. Hey, let me know when your top secret photo shoot is over and I'll meet you in Safi. Oh, no, we did see this part before. Yo, Max, is everything okay? Oh, it's just the last one. So far, so good. By the way, everyone's here at the Turtle now. You sure you want to do this? Do what? Tell everyone what happened? This is Living World Moses. He shouldn't have known what happened unless... We might have filled him in the past few days. And then we're gonna tell everyone I have powers.
No more lies.
And Safi has powers.
No more hiding. They're all waiting for me at the Snapping Turtle.
Combined.
Glad to see you survived the storm, friend.
It's a combined timeline. Well, we have no idea of knowing which things were combined and which things weren't. So for the purposes of Safi is alive, she never died. But then little things like everyone's memories, how's that gonna work? Hey, how's
You do remember
4-day work week
that.
going?
I mean, yeah, not exactly that, maybe, but yeah.
I'm still trying to make sense of what happened, while also coming to terms with the fact that I might never do that.
Damn. We were going to unionize the faculty.
And the staff.
So close.
I can't believe I worked up the nerve to approach Dawes about it, and now he doesn't even remember.
Organizing the faculty and staff is still a great idea. Even if, or maybe especially if, Yasmin won't be Caledon president anymore.
That's a good point. A good point I look forward to discussing with the new head of the creative writing department.
Stop it,
Oh.
Reddy. That's by no means official.
It's a brand new day, Isabel. And whatever happened with Colmenero looks like it happened for real. The chair's open.
What would you talk me into doing first?
Easy. The department needs better AC.
I'm serious.
Yasmin is not president anymore because I guess the Lucas plagiarism thing got out. Lucas is not here anymore because the Lucas plagiarism thing got out. Okay. Alright. Well then I kinda wonder about minor things like Lucas's son.
The Snapping Turtle's just across the bridge. People are waiting for me there.
Can I...
I don't think there's another world to cross over to anymore.
Yeah, I just tried to open the other world.
I can't do that. I haven't been able to use those powers since the storm.
So I don't have any powers now then. Only Safi has powers. I can't even rewind when I want to.
I can't do that.
Tim and Alice?
Hey, you didn't answer my text.
I didn't know what to say. You start out a friendship to win a small cash prize in a campus-wide game of assassins. And you end with, yo, did you catch that insane mindstorm the other day? Do you remember way too many events happening on top of each other?
You could have asked that. I would have said yes, I do. And yeah, that shit was crazy.
I thought you were mad at me.
Yeah, I thought I was too. You betrayed me, but I betrayed you too. At least, I think I did.
I'm just kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I remember being pissed. Sort of. I mean, I sort of remember it.
If it's any consolation, I did need it for a good reason.
To visit your sister, right?
Yeah, she's getting surgery. I'm gonna take care of her through the recovery.
Wow. I feel like kind of an asshole now. I just wanted the money for video games. So, did you end up with the money? Do you have it?
Yeah, I remember winning in both memories. So I guess you didn't betray me after all.
I never planned to. Jason just started talking to me. He bought me drinks. I thought he might be gay.
Is he gay?
Huh? Oh, yeah, he is. But this wasn't a gay thing.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't into me. You're right. He just wanted to use me to win assassins. He wanted me to betray you.
Any particular reason why you didn't?
I don't know. I made a promise.
I almost wish you had betrayed me, because then I could feel less shitty about my decision to betray you.
I'm over it. You need the money more than I do.
I'll bring you a souvenir back from Portland.
Deal.
Portland. Wow, okay. So the Assassins game where there was a $500 cash prize culminated in this girl betraying this guy who she partnered with, and she actually won the prize, but she needed it for surgery for her sister. But she was a jerk in both timelines. That was real, though.
Just over the bridge to the snapping turtle, Max. You've done it dozens of times.
And she betrayed him in both timelines. Oh.
I really hope no one was around when that fell.
I'm going to assume everyone outside of Caledon is still normal in one timeline, but then everyone here has both sets of memories, especially people who are close to me and Safi who experience different things during those two timelines.
It's nice of Loretta to help out, especially with how exhausted she looks.
This is non-exclusive cat content, Loretta.
Can't believe how much I'm going to miss little Miso. Hi again. How are you doing?
Still alive, I guess. Thanks, by the way, for what you did at the nebula. I froze up.
Hey, you were overwhelmed. Most people aren't prepared for reality to break like that.
So, do you also remember that there were like 2 of you? And now they're fighting for space in your head?
Well, it didn't work the same way for me. But that's because... Wait, are you asking on the record?
This isn't for my podcast, I swear. I'm putting that on pause for now.
No, ironically enough, I think this is something you should put on the podcast. They're not gonna be able to keep this under wraps. There's so many people at Caledon, someone's gonna spill.
What happened during the storm? Even I don't understand half of it.
Yeah, I figured. I just don't want everyone to suffer like that again.
Take care of yourself, okay? We've all had it rough.
Right back at you.
Originally, we were the Max from the dead world. The living world Max, no idea what happened to her. She just sort of disintegrated into me. But everyone made it out worse than me, actually, because I don't have 2 sets of memories. I was the one jumping between timelines.
Loretta, can I grab a picture of you real quick?
To immortalize this calamity of a semester? Sure. Why not?
This is a terrible angle, Max. A little higher. No more double exposure, hopefully. To be honest, I'm proud of who this young woman is becoming. Careful, Max. You'll end up as a recurring guest on her podcast. It's honestly good to see this smile, especially after everything. Get out of here, Lucas. Aren't you, like, disgraced? Not as big a smile as I'm used to seeing from my girl. Are they treating you right at Caledon? I sure hope so. Which one of me is which, says Vin. Dramatic bro, wanna talk about it? No.
Good to know that the storm aftermath didn't undo the effort I put into that godforsaken puzzle box.
Look, I don't exactly have a record of letting you into Abraxas, or who did, but it's been a very, very long week for everyone and we're glad you're here. Snake legs forever. No, it's okay, you can be exclusive.
The quad's looking pretty good after, being hit by a supernatural storm.
There's no more oh, just a random car. I can't shift, I can't phase.
I can't do that. I haven't been able to use those powers since the storm. This will help me get my bearings a little bit. No use going that way. I've got other places to be right now.
Do you still feel like shit too?
Yes. I've been popping migraine meds like breath mints.
It's the brain zaps for me. Like I forgot to take my antidepressants or something.
It doesn't make any sense. I have all these memories that don't fit. What happened?
Sometimes there is no good explanation.
Don't say that. My entire academic career is based on the existence of a good explanation.
You better go take the job instead
You know
then.
that consulting job offer I got? I have a clear memory of deciding I'd take it. But then I have another memory of deciding I'd stay at Caledon.
I don't know. That sounds like normal Carla behavior.
I may be famously indecisive, but that's not what I mean.
So what's your answer gonna be?
I think it's possible to have it both ways.
What?
I emailed Visionary Ventures and asked if I could work for them part-time while I finished my degree. And they said yes.
Look at you, negotiating like a champ.
Now I don't have to worry about my parents harassing me for making the wrong decision whenever I go home.
Sounds like a good excuse to order another round of drinks.
You're drinking too much.
After whatever happened to us, we're not drinking enough.
Someone's gonna go to the press with this. I'd rather Loretta be the one to get the story. Really. Yeah, this girl, Carla, her decision changed because of seeing Lucas's roast. So that's why she has a memory of both.
We've got to be silver linings about this whole thing.
How? I still don't know what happened.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure it was a many worlds situation. Every quantum event is a branch point, and for a brief moment, we witnessed other outcomes.
He might not be wrong.
Come on, you remember? We talked about this on the shuttle bus at your brother's graduation.
I don't always listen, okay? Sometimes you get going and just, well, it's easier to let you finish.
Says the cryptid enthusiast.
Ouch.
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I have zero interest in full galaxy brain conspiracy shit. I'm a biology major. Talking about this stuff's fun when you're high, but
he's not a true believer.
that storm? That was some next level shit.
So what happens now? Like, with us? We really gonna break up after all this? We survived a paranormal episode.
I didn't know they were dating.
Maybe it was a dream for you. For me, it was a nightmare.
I don't get it. I thought you liked horror. You have a tattoo of Pitchfork on your thigh.
Liking scary movies isn't the same as having your mind shat through a fucking hall of mirrors. You get that, right? Tell me you do.
No, I do. I'm just not as afraid of it as you are. We're alive. We're alive to tell the tale.
Because such great things happened to all those UFO abductees after they told their stories.
So, what are you proposing? We pretend it never happened? We pretend Safi Llewellyn never died and came back to life? We go back to normal life?
I'd give anything for that to happen. But you know it can't. There's no way.
I don't understand. This storm, this happening, it's opened our mind.
It's ruined everything.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
So am I.
It's a you problem.
You want to grab a coffee?
I don't know. Are we gonna talk about Mothman?
I can talk about other things, you know.
That remains to be seen.
Whatever. Coffee. I'm buying.
In a theoretical where 10 plus people, all from the same town, started going to the press and they were like, I have 2 sets of memories. I remember 2 different worlds. How would the world react on a global level? They'd probably just think, oh yeah, that town, something was in the water.
The snapping turtle's just across the bridge. People are waiting for me there.
Yeah, this guy's real cheery.
Guess the Safi memorial is no longer here. Or maybe never was. After all the storm shenanigans.
Oh, Max, you really messed up the world this time.
Now's not the time. Moses is waiting for me at the turtle.
Safi might be a problem with her powers running wild, but Max is the one who actually caused the world to become like this.
That sucks. They probably took forever to put up.
Oh dear.
Thomas, you're back. Mostly.
He's still split.
Not there yet. My position's off.
I know. I was shocked too. An A. Carlson was so eager to fail me.
You can thank Safi for that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever take another poetry class. I just know somehow that he would have failed me if not for Safi. I don't think they know where she is. I wouldn't come back either if I was Safi. Not after everything. And her own mom covers it up. It's a bunch of bullshit. Safi would never do anything to hurt anyone. She's not dangerous. I was at Krampus, yeah. But I don't know how to explain it. It's like I was half asleep. Every time I try to remember what happened, I get a weird headache suddenly.
Caledon health insurance claims spiking up. I don't know what this kid's true writing ability is because it's not clear. He's complaining about his prof, but a lot of students do that. So does he really deserve an A? But the prof gave him an F-, in which case you should probably fight it.
Just over the bridge to the snapping turtle, Max. You've done it dozens of times.
Or is he just taking no ownership in the grades he's getting and he's just relying on Safi to pass him? F- to A though, it's not even a B or a C. That's a drastic change. I don't know which the photo spot is at.
There's Lucas, awaiting his fate at Caledon. Dead man walking.
Get out of here.
Working on your new book? Maybe you should switch to science fiction.
Real fucking funny. I just had some kind of psychological breakdown and you're laughing.
Yeah, I am.
I don't really know how to explain what happened. But you should think of it as a second chance.
My life's fucking trash now. No thanks to you and Safi. You're toxic, Max. I can't surround myself with that kind of energy. Maybe I'll write my own book about this whole mess. My side of the story.
Well, goodbye, Lucas. Good luck.
Go fuck yourself, Max.
Ditto, Lucas. Yes, it's my fault. It is definitely not because you plagiarized that got you where you are.
Does a man like that change at all from seeing the universe glitch out?
I don't even know why did he bring a gun to the roast to begin with? That they made sure to tell you was his father's gun. Whatever that had to do with anything.
Got it. This is the shot. I wonder how I'll feel about this photo in 10 years.
Guess too many people rubbed his toe. Lamau, bye, Thomas. Real talk though, the fact that the storm did this terrifies me. You're not wrong, but let me laugh over something, damn it. Fair enough. That feels better than hiding in my room in case the storm comes back to finish us off. Caledon student body invent a better tradition challenge. They should replace it with a statue of you. Leave my toes out of this. Our situations with Amanda and Vin. Like, if we dated Amanda in one timeline and not the other, oh man, that is gonna be spicy drama. But hopefully Amanda can see that I have some integrity of something.
Yasmin. I haven't heard from her since the day she came out of surgery. Hello?
Hello, Maxine.
How's your shoulder?
The bullet missed any major veins. But it will be months of physical therapy before I can use my arm.
Yasmin, what you saw during the storm...
I don't need an explanation. Not yet. If I try to understand, then there will be no room for my recovery. And I will recover. I have to find Safia.
Any news about your job? I heard the board,
I have been arguing with them. I made my mistakes, but these are offset by an excellent track record.
And did the board buy that?
They did not, no. I have been asked, forced to step down.
I am not surprised.
I love my daughter, Maxine, just like you. I am not a monster.
I haven't heard from Safi, if that's what you're trying to ask.
Oh. I had hoped. One moment. Excuse me. I'm apparently well past the appointed time to take my painkillers.
Until next time.
He's doing some compartmentalizing stuff. Which is a fair tactic to deal with all this craziness, sure.
Jesus. Campus cleanup is gonna be a bitch.
That way to the turtle, right? I want to check out, for example, this gigantic cherry blossom tree.
How are you holding up, Alexa? A little better than before, but still pretty foggy. Same boat. What do you remember? Not much, Shiloh. Noise, mostly. Noise, except for a single signal, clear as day. Lucas Colmenero? Yeah. How did you... Shit. You too?
He really did that. He took that girl under his wing, stole her work, drove her to suicide.
I didn't want to believe it, Shiloh. I thought if only I remembered it, I could write it off as a nightmare.
So what are you going to do now?
Well, apparently my best friend is abandoning me for law school when I need her the most.
Whoa!
Alexa, I'm not abandoning you.
Oh
This
my
is what I need to
gosh!
do for me. The same way you need to do what's right for you.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna miss you. We were a team our misapplied admiration for Lucas Colmenero brought together.
Correction. We are a team. One that neither law school nor the actions of yet another shitty dude in academia could ever hope to break up.
Well, I guess in the meantime, I can write my ass off. And I'll be twice the writer I thought Lucas was.
Imposter syndrome found dead in a ditch.
That is a
True
good
words,
thing.
Shiloh.
Let me buy you a cup of coffee. My treat.
Ooh, billable hours already? You're not even a lawyer yet.
You big dork.
Writing to law school. Well, one of these probably pays the bills easier.
Not gonna lie, I was afraid your face might have gotten replaced with Safi's.
This is gonna be so scary because we can be talking to anybody and they could be Safi.
How strong does a storm have to be to rip off a roof?
Abraxas kids?
I have this memory where someone died. I can't remember who, but I can't get it out of my head.
You don't remember?
Same. Is this the, what's it called, the Mandela effect? Or mass psychosis? Or we all ate moldy bread from the cafeteria and hallucinated.
Or maybe all three.
Did I go to therapy? I think I might have gone to therapy.
Only in one
Bro,
timeline.
I think you did too. Are you gonna go back? Or go for the first time? Or whatever? If I can remember the therapist's name. You gave me a business card, but I can't find it.
It's like psychologist Cinderella.
David's gone, by the way.
Thanks, by the way.
The snowman.
For looking out for me.
Vinions supporting Vinions.
Ew. Vinions? Oh my god. You can't just drop that in the last episode here.
Maya's tree, where it belongs, and as big as in the bowling alley. Things are returning to normal. Ish.
I don't know if having a combined timeline could ever be normal ever again. Oh, this statue is still here?
Crazy weather we've been having lately. Huh.
No kidding. Oh my gosh. Of course.
There's always time to sit.
In whatever reality, all those moments between us were real.
Both realities somehow got smushed together in the storm. Now everything's the same, but not. How crazy is it that my brain can wrap around that so easily? Years ago, I would have been freaking out. But I'm okay. I'm not that same kid anymore. That storm haunted me for years. I can't let this one haunt me too.
There's only so many times you can be involved in a supernatural freak storm before you get desensitized. And it sounds like we'll have challenges upcoming too, because Safi doesn't sound like she's just gonna sit around not doing anything with her powers. I think that's it. No Vin. I don't see Vin here. Vin and Amanda. Well, the probably more important people at the Turtle. Who's this person? Random person. What happened to the security guard? Didn't they have a storyline to finish up?
Here goes nothing.
Hey everyone. All looking at me. Am I only telling the people here?
Well,
Not a peep.
guess I'm not surprised. Would you come looking for us if you were her?
But it's not me. It's Safi. Does anyone ever know what she'll do next? Does she?
Maybe we should go easy on her. Wait for her to pick up the pieces.
We can't do anything else. If she doesn't want to be found, we literally cannot force it. She takes on people's appearances exactly, but she can't act like them, alright? So it really depends on how good her acting is.
In the meantime,
Take your time. I'll be here when you're done.
I want to check on how everyone's doing first.
You want to gather everyone in a group and just say all of it all at once?
You're the one who's been texting me for days.
Well, you're the only person who was there. Who else am I going to text?
Max was there.
Max has stuff. I didn't want to bother her.
You don't have any trouble bothering me.
Are you complaining?
No.
I don't know if Vin and Reggie.
So, have you heard from her at all?
Who, Max?
Safi.
I barely heard from her before she brain fucked us all in Skip Town.
Were you and her ever serious?
You know me. I don't get serious.
Yeah, I know.
Heartbreaking for Reggie.
Diamond's gonna be pissed you aren't stepping down.
Diamond's always pissed.
Do you really think you can beat her? People like her a lot. She's popular.
Of course I can beat her. Why? You cheating on me, Reg? You planning a palace coup?
What if I was?
Then I'd have to kill you.
Well, would you do it yourself or hire an assassin?
Feel like I'm peeping in on a role play.
Depends how I was feeling.
At least those two have each other. Storm bonded.
Hey, Max. Our Lady of the Storm.
wow, let's not do that. How are you guys holding up?
Oh, my whole world has been rocked. You rocked my world.
I remember a bunch of things happening that I plan to repress until I have a spectacular nervous breakdown at age 40.
Let's get a professional in on this.
Honestly, you might want to try therapy.
Therapy! My dad will love that.
They'll probably think you're crazy.
For now, I just want to get through this election.
Oh, right. The Abraxas election. So you're not stepping down?
I'd ask how you know that. But at this point, Caulfield, if you grew another head, I wouldn't even blink.
You just said it while I was next to you.
I'll get right on that.
This Abraxas plot line. I think they wanted to do more with it, but it kind of fizzled out. Safi updated.
Do you guys mind if I take a picture?
Hell yes. Put us in the next Caulfield collection.
They're kind of a cute couple, honestly.
If only Vin was serious. Starting to believe that no law of physics, known or unknown, could keep these two apart. Don't tell me you've gone all mushy on me, Caulfield. No, it's cool, let her. I want her to see us happy. Are we happy? I am, and I know you'll come around in a little bit. He's persistent. Safi updated. The water is rising. Vengeance is a live thing. It breathes and bleeds, starves and hungers. I wear a cloth of mourning, suffocating in its black. Silence is also a blunt weapon, also a poison, also a noose. No comments allowed. Okay. These writer types really like subtweeting. Amanda. Hey, so weird question, but is anyone else still really fucked up from that storm? Because my brain is just not operating right, and I'm not sure what to tell someone I just became really close to. Maybe it's worth asking yourself what you want and being honest with them about that? Reggie, that is a very elegant solution. Yeah, like even if the circumstances don't make sense, your feelings do, you know? Reggie coming in clutch with the good advice? Now he just needs to take it himself. Oh, can we still be a thing with Amanda? I don't know, man. Moses, mood right now. Schrodinger opening that box and finding his cat miraculously alive. Moses, did something happen to you in that storm? Because if so, I am not about to take over your classes. Carla, the same thing happened to you. You're the grad student with a job offer. I love it when you talk all sciencey, almost as much as I love that you weren't hurt in the storm. Diamond, if anyone has answers about that storm last week, please let your girl know because that was wild. Hey, I'll understand if you say no, but I'm definitely gonna run some experiments and I could use another pair of hands. Bet. Just say when and where. We can compare notes. Cool, I'll be in touch. This just reminded me that Alderman is gone for good. Oh my god. Rest in pieces, I guess. He just sort of got forgotten by everybody. There's no trace of him anywhere.
Still no storm. I can't believe that actually worked. The last time I saw Gwen, she was wrecked.
She's okay, and she should leave here. Caledon's not worth it.
Some weather we're having, am I right?
Hope that wasn't the grand explanation you promised us.
Hey, isn't eloquence your job? I just take the photos.
I felt how much she hated me, Max. It was terrifying. And disappointing.
Don't blame other people at this point, even though the whole cover-up was a big part of it.
Safi was dealing with a lot. You couldn't have known.
She needed someone she could trust. This should have been me.
It's in the past now.
I hope so. Oh, one more thing. That video footage of me, that was Safi, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. That girl never does anything halfway. Neither do you, now that I think about it. Anyway, I talked to the committee that fired me. There's enough weird shit that's happened. I think I can argue my way back in.
Do you want back in?
I failed Safi. But there's other students here I can still support. I won't just let it go.
I'm glad to hear it.
If you really want to talk about failing people, it's Maya. Maya's already gone.
I can't hear that humming sound anymore. There's only one world now. No more doorways to other timelines.
Somehow that's also affected the signage on the washroom doors. The art is still okay. Oh, but I wonder if the art... I guess the portraits are probably not crying because Safi's alive in this timeline.
Max! Sorry, You're gonna explain what happened, right?
Yeah, in a sec, in a sec.
You okay?
What do you think it all means? Why you? Or Safi?
I'm still trying to understand. I didn't know anyone else had powers until I met Safi.
That must have been a revelation.
You have no idea.
How are we supposed to walk around knowing something like that could happen?
I don't know. I don't know. You look at Gwen. She lost her job because of this. Get away. Get far away from here. Far away from where Safi is.
You already handle that. Every day. Anything could happen at any moment. You could be hit by a car. Struck by lightning.
Is this your pep talk?
It's pretty crappy. Just sit down, okay? I'll get to you all in a quick sec.
Aw, shucks. I think I'm finally coming out of my shell.
We never got that clam chowder. Right, the wall stuff doesn't have tears. Amanda is waiting for me. Much has been written about the proverbial calm before the storm, yet what of the calm that follows? Coming to terms with the oh my god. Coming to terms with the enormity of existential dread when you survived and are left to pick up the pieces of your life. Yet like Prospero, the tempest sends me out into the unknown. The mystery is the point, I suppose. I only hope I'm brave enough to face whatever may come head on. To that end, I am working on a statement that addresses the claims made about me at the recent Krampus on campus event. Please extend your grace to me, and to all of us, as I choose the right words. This sounds like some online influencer apology tweet, which I guess is exactly what this is. December 13. Well, I made it, slashed out, survived. Not only me, but everyone. Not like before. Something has been restored, but I don't want to jinx it by naming it. I don't know what they'll remember or what scars, if any, they'll take from this. I've got more than enough myself. And Safi, she's gone through more than I could ever imagine. But she needs help. Help I can't give her. I only hope when I see her again, she'll have found it. For all our sakes. Hey, Amanda.
I have to go see about a girl.
Hold on.
That storm seemed kind of evil.
Krampus feels like it was a
million.
million years ago.
It was dangerous. But you're projecting. Forces don't have, like, ill intent. There's no good or bad in science.
Two superpowered people just happen to find each other and then a weird time storm takes over our minds? That's ominous. As fuck. And don't say that's just my neocortex working, because I swear to God, Moses.
You know me so well.
Do you blame Safi for what happened?
I just want to know she's okay.
Not an answer.
It's complicated. There's so much she didn't tell me. Or maybe she tried and I didn't pick up on it.
Doesn't mean any of this is your fault. You're the most empathetic person I know, Moses.
Thanks. Everything's changing so fast. I'm not sure what I'll do when you graduate.
You've got
Who cares
Tony.
about school at this point?
Tony's not you.
What do you mean?
Nobody keeps me on task like you. You're the only reason I get anything done.
Oh.
Hey, if something happened in the storm, I mean, if you want to talk about anything...
No.
I'm fine, all right? Jesus. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap. This whole thing's got me weirded out.
It's okay. I argue with my siblings all the time. You're a lot like my sister.
Oh.
Oh. She keeps you on task too?
In her own way.
Ouch.
I'm gonna miss you, Diamond.
Is she graduating?
Got another year. Calm down.
Time goes by really fast, though.
Hey, if you need more of it, maybe I can rewind to give you a few more seconds.
Whatever happened to Diamond after we split up in the storm must have really freaked her out. Has it only been a semester? After everything we've been through? I feel like I've known Moses my whole life.
It's actually only been like 5 days, because apparently at the beginning you felt like you guys were just acquaintances.
What do you say to a picture? For old time's sake?
Moses has hypothermia. And now, crippling anxiety.
Hey, we're the same.
I can never have enough shots of Moses.
Oh, smile a little, Moses. Pose choices.
Smile like when we saw that meteor shower on the roof.
I couldn't smile. My face was frozen.
Just do it, you big doof.
We're trying our best. Trick yourself into thinking everything's okay. trick your smiling muscles. Fitting that he chose a career in astronomy. That smile could light up a galaxy. Damn, you should have warned me. I had to put on my sunglasses. Okay, the actual thing is talk to everyone.
Hey, Diamond. I'd like to get a photo for the end of the year. Mind if I... Okay.
By the way, I can time travel using these photos.
I was hoping she'd be a little more enthused, but...
Just be happy she's letting you take one at all. So much going on behind that faint smile. I only wish I knew what. If you find out, let us know. Me and Vonnie have been trying to figure that smile out since we were kids. No doubt plotting something against Abraxas' leadership. I don't know, Max. Maybe it's okay to not know everything? Let a smile be a smile. Diamond surprised. I got a picture with everyone, right? Except for Amanda. Oh.
Mind if I take a snapshot to remember you by?
Like she's gonna die soon.
This could be your last chance to take my photo. Make it count.
You gonna stay, Max? Staying at Caledon. Nice.
Say, I escaped a crazy storm and all I got was this photo.
Fucking lousy trade.
There it is.
Nah.
I'm thinking something that says, give him hell.
It wasn't until I met Gwen that I learned what a bad bitch truly was. Couldn't have said it better. No matter what happens now, there'll never be another like Dr. Hunter. I found out when I tried to turn in a paper late once, never again. Are you gonna stay at Caledon, Max? Gwen isn't staying, she can't. So this internal, smaller group of people, I'm gonna tell the full truth to. But the people at Caledon at large are just gonna be like, what? The storm really messed me over, now I have 2 sets of memories. But they think they're just crazy.
Amanda always looks like she has it perfectly together. Even amidst all of this.
Oh, the line changed, didn't it?
Amanda always looks like she has it perfectly together. Even amidst all of this.
So, superpowers, huh? Seems like a lot. How you holding up?
Everyone knowing my secret kind of freaks me out. I'm not used to it.
No offense, but I'm kind of feeling like I dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to date me either.
Point taken.
Oh, now I feel bad. Honestly, Max, I still think you're pretty great. It's just... I don't know how I would have handled all this if I was tangled up any more than I already am.
Got it. No offense taken.
As it stands, Amanda's barely tangled up in the worst of it too.
I think that's everyone. Okay, Moses. Let's give them the talk.
Well, I'm curious how this would have played out if you did romance Amanda or Vin. Would they still continue your relationship with them, or are they gonna be like, you know what, you're a freak, never mind?
Amanda always looks like she has it perfectly together. One more photo for the road?
Oh, you're
Sure.
leaving.
You keep at this, I'm gonna have to start charging a modeling fee.
Ha ha.
You're a performer.
Say cheese.
I will not.
You want to say Moses has hypothermia then?
Pose like you're lost in thought.
Apt. I've got a lot to think about.
She looks bored. Don't think I'll ever get tired of this face. And that sounds a bit romantically charged. Oh ho 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 ho! Is there anything you want to tell us, Amanda? For the love of all that is holy, that is what the sibling group chat is for, not crosstalk. Our Lady of Lakeport. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here.
Not me getting emotional over platypus facts.
Did you know? Platypuses believe in you, Max, and we always will. Oh, even the platypus fat guy, the social media intern, knows about me. Okay, how do I talk to everyone? Moses.
Everyone's pretty shell-shocked.
Yep.
How about you? Still excited to have double memories?
I can't be the only one. Seriously? Come on, it's fascinating. Well, I feel better knowing you stood up to Safi. She cares what you think. Maybe it'll make a difference.
I want to be done. I want to be done, but it's not. She just left.
I don't think it's over. At least she knows I'll be hanging around if she tries anything bad.
And me. I'll be ready next time.
Hey. We're a team, right? I'll handle it with you. No more hiding or running away.
What about the blue hair girl, Chloe? Are you ready to stop hiding from her?
It's finally starting to make sense.
I think so. Not yet, but
I never knew what to say when they'd say to call a friend. But I think it's starting to make sense. And I'll try to get it right. To have you on my
Max.
side, I feel fine.
Start from the beginning.
Some days. I just wanna get it right.
I think it's time I explained a few things.
I know that I won't have to try sometimes.
It won't always make sense. And I'm not proud of every decision I made. But
you don't walk away like the rest do. And suddenly I have so much more I could
it's the truth. What's coming next is going to be difficult. For all of us. But we're going to get through it together. I promise.
I just wanna get it right. And I know that I won't have to.
This time, I'm not going anywhere.
That's the end. Life is Strange, double exposure. I think I need a moment to really... I think I need more than a moment. I need more than a moment to really think about how I really feel about this whole thing here. Can we see our choices first? I mean, this is very much not a... It feels like we've just been left hanging in the middle here because they seem to be saying, oh, something's gonna happen with Safi in the future. But as far as this game goes, that's it? So there's gonna be more then, right? This is gonna be difficult to talk about. Post-credit scene? Diamond? What?
Shit.
Oh. What?
Shit.
We're gonna have to get you a blood transfusion.
What the fuck are you doing here?
You remember me. That's flattering. I've seen nosebleeds like that before. So you can run, or you can follow me and get some answers.
What?
Your choice.
You telling me Diamond has powers too? What powers? We don't know. Oh my god. Max Caulfield will return. I think I need to sit on this a little bit. This is not going to be a finish the game today and talk about the game today kind of thing. I need a few days. Safi. Accept or reject Safi. Wow, a lot of you just said agree. Safi feels you have abandoned her like everyone else. Yeah, that's what I thought she would feel. And I would have normally done agree, like I said before, but refuse is how I actually feel. Doesn't matter though. It sounds like we're getting a next game then, and this is going to be a thing that happens next game. Graffiti critic. Max critiqued the graffiti in Blackwell bathroom. I just looked at it. Finding Loretta, we found her. Oh, I did not reflect at the bowling alley. I didn't see it. Let's go see it. Oh, after the Vin and Reggie stuff, there was a bench all the way out here.
Maybe I should sit for a second. Clear my head.
Getting old, Max.
I have to keep telling myself this isn't a dream. It's real. And I'm the only one who can make it stop.
Do you do this a lot? Like sit and muse?
Safi?
I'd go bananas if I were this trapped in my own head all the fucking time.
Safi, where are you?
Seven seas, deepest hollow, could not hold you. There's no time to waste.
That's it. We're kind of a little bit too stressed out to be reflecting too much in this world. Nightstand librarian. Max looked at all the books on the motel nightstand. Yeah, usually people who play this kind of game like to look at everything. If they don't, it's because they missed it. Chloe's lockpicks. Nearly everyone looked at it. Yeah, it was when we broke into Blackwell. Loretta's attitude. Loretta had a change of heart in how she reports stories. Oh, I wonder what that's affected by, because I think she should keep pursuing it. Reggie's feelings. Reggie and Vin have reconciled? Reggie is upset you kissed Vin. Oh, well, you could be with Vin, right? So I guess... I don't know if you end up long-term with Vin, but maybe he would have been upset about that. They are reconciled for now, without Safi in the picture. Arax's election. Vin plans to run again, even though he said he wouldn't. Huh. Maybe that's dependent on whether we let him... whether Safi pretended to be him at the Lucas roast. Gwen's next move. Gwen will keep fighting the decision because she has the USB and she knows about Safi and stuff now. Oh, but I'd rather she move on. Oh, 41% moved on. How does that happen? No USB? I think so, probably. Yasmin's attitude. The board forced Yasmin out of the presidency, 84%. 11% voluntarily stepped down, 5% fought the board. She still fought, she just didn't get to stay. We had an earlier choice about how Yasmin thinks of us as an ally because we didn't force her to talk about Maya Okada, but I don't think that really came into play. Post-storm moment of reflection. Max reflected. Talking to Moses about Safi. Oh, I don't remember any of the specific wording. Max told Moses Safi was justified. Told Moses she wasn't giving up on Safi. Told Moses she'll be here if Safi comes back. That's me. 55% wasn't giving up on her. I don't remember making this choice. Max told Moses that she's done with Safi for good, 8%. Whew, okay. I've been sitting on this game for a few days now. Trying to think about it from different perspectives, break it down to different portions, and rotating it all around in my head. I think this is a really, really difficult game to talk about because there are so many different moving pieces, both within the game itself and external stuff. External stuff being what, like publisher versus developer versus budget constraints, stuff like that. I try to think about this game, what if Max wasn't the protagonist? What if it was someone new? Or what if it was Alex Chen? What if this was a brand new IP, not a Life is Strange game at all? I feel like for me, no matter which angle I look at it from, it's difficult for me to say that Double Exposure is a good game. It just feels like there are so many things rough around the edge that even in my most charitable hypothetical scenario where this is just a brand new IP from a developer I didn't know anything about, I would probably say that it's oh, this is a good start, I like the concept, but it still needs a lot of work. The plot as is quite disjointed, and I found it pretty confusing a lot of times. Like, I still don't really understand what the deal was with the cow skull thing. And some threads are abandoned as quickly as they are introduced. Alderman. Nobody remembers him anymore. What was his relevance to the story? He could have been taken out and nothing would have changed. Stuff like this, I think, is very indicative of something gone wrong during production. Like, there were clear, severe budget or resource constraints that led to them pushing out a half-finished product. It's not that their writers are so incompetent and clueless that they weren't able to identify these things themselves. Because let's be real, the people who've been staring at this story the most are the writers themselves. Any issues that we're identifying immediately after just playing it through it once, they know already. But they couldn't do anything to improve it because at some point, the story just becomes locked in. When you're making a game, you write out the script, you have people voice acting out the lines, you have people animating the models. You can't call Hannah Tell 2 days before the game comes out and be like, hey, could you just come back to the studio and record 2 more lines for us to put in the game? At some point, it's all just locked in. And again, this speaks to a constraint issue, not an ability one, which I'm quite willing to give Deck 9 the benefit of the doubt on because I've played all their previous Life is Strange games. I've even played their Expanse game, and I think they can do better than this. This isn't their best. Aside from the disjointed plot, for me, the other big thing was that I don't really feel like this game has much of an emotional core. Like, who am I really supposed to get attached to? Who am I supposed to really feel for? Why do I care? I love Max, and it's so great to see her return again, but that's because of legwork that was done by the first Life is Strange. The characters that were introduced in this installment, most of them still felt like they were at the stage where they existed solely to perform some plot function, and their actions and reactions, how they view the world, it just didn't seem consistent enough to feel like an authentic character. For example, Moses getting mad at me for agreeing to work with Alderman when I got him the camera, when I didn't actually tell Alderman anything. Like, that's just an excuse for them to create some artificial conflict so that they could do the cliffhanger at the end of episode 2 and have Moses be like, oh my god, Max, you're a killer. I feel like this point is even more damning than the plot stuff because the emotional part is why I come to a Life is Strange game. I want to get to know a cast of characters and learn about the relationships between them. Do I really care about the supernatural stuff? For me, it's not the point. It takes a backseat. Character first, plot second. Which I think is another big reason why Double Exposure has been so contentious. Because they've definitely, it feels like they're going about it the other way around. Plot first, character second. Crazy plot happenings, shocking twists, random flowers on the ground in the shape of Safi's dead body, Alderman disappearing into thin air. people getting possessed and somehow channeling Safi's anger. These are all big, shocking events that are flashy, but without the emotional core to back it up, I think it feels pretty hollow. We could sit here all day long and pick at all the plot holes and whatnot, but at the end of the day, I don't even feel like that's a productive thing to do because, to me, this is clearly not even the version of the story that Deck 9 wanted to tell themselves. Everything was just so rushed and they didn't have time to develop anything. If they did have all the resources they needed to really tell the story they wanted, maybe reception would have gone a little bit better. I try to separate it out into two different components. One is the decision, the actual decision to do something controversial with the story itself, which includes stuff like shifting it to a supernatural plot focus, or even stuff like bringing back Max Caulfield, not bringing back Chloe, and then the actual execution of said decisions. The decision itself, they were always going to be high risk, controversial, divisive, no matter how you do it. And then the execution, if they did it well, maybe people would have been more receptive, but they didn't do it well. So is it really any surprise that people are upset? And we haven't even touched on external stuff, like how maybe Deck 9 didn't want to do it like this, but Square Enix, the publisher, are the ones who own the IP. They get to call the shots. Maybe they said, I can actually totally imagine that they thought, you know what, we ran the numbers on all the previous Life is Strange games, and number 1 was the best-selling one, so bring back Max Caulfield because we want the most fans to be excited for this and do something with her. What about stuff like the Ultimate Edition pricing structure, early access and exclusive cat content? What about the fact that Deck 9 aren't even the original creators of Max Caulfield? They're doing something controversial with characters created by someone else. So many reasons for people to be skeptical of this before they even touch the game. And when people are that way, they're not going to be willing to be as charitable and lenient when they see flaws. Anyway, that's just how I generally feel about Double Exposure. I know some people definitely feel differently. I've seen people really love Double Exposure, and I'm happy. I'm happy that you're enjoying a game. For me, I think it's gonna take a bit more for me to be at that point. It's not like I hated it. There were definitely good moments, like Amanda's concert thing, but it's departing a little bit from what I would like to see. Ultimately, the market will decide. If people love this game, more people will buy it, and they'll make more in this direction. Now, actually going back to more of the story part, it looks like Max is gonna return for another game, and Safi might be some type of a villain, but Diamond will also have powers. What kind of powers? We don't know yet. I suspect even they don't know what yet. They're going in a direction that's not really my cup of tea, but I'm not gonna immediately write it off. I'm still sort of interested to check in and keep tabs on what it's all about. And the other difficult thing is that some of you might be thinking, oh, I'm not really sure if I'm interested enough to pay for or play a game. I'll just watch it on YouTube. Well, in this case, I am YouTube. And I know that some of you do use me as a way to check in on a game before you make a decision to buy it or not, so yeah, I'll be paying attention to whatever they do next, although I'm not exactly instilled with confidence. Can they turn it around? Well, back when Deck 9 was first tasked with Before the Storm, I remember everyone was super skeptical, but overall, generally the reception was fairly positive, so maybe they can. Maybe they can. Time will tell. To end off on something a bit more positive, I do think the mocap and the facial animation is the best of this entire franchise. So far, some of the eye movements were very detailed and it really brought life to the characters. And I do believe that they have a true commitment to diversity. There's all types of different characters in this, and it doesn't feel like window dressing. So I would like to be optimistic for the future of this franchise, but I will be carefully optimistic. I feel like I got a few more stray thoughts floating around here somewhere, but I'm good. I don't think I can organize them into anything meaningful anymore. Chapter 5, Decoherence. Yeah, well, what did you think about Double Exposure? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you gonna keep following the franchise? Would love to know your thoughts. With that said, this was Welonz with Life is Strange Double Exposure. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing it, and I'll see you all in another place, in another time. Bye!